street racing. Nearly 2 weeks after a mother and daughter were killed in a crash at Bayshore Boulevard, where two young drivers were allegedly racing. It's hard to catch drivers in the act, but officers say they did it on the Gandy Bridge late last night. Fox 13's Jennifer Holton joins us live from where it happened. Jennifer, this time around, no one was injured.
That's right, Lloyd. Police were able to catch the two men, 27-year-old Michael Lemire and 28-year-old Michael Segler. They were caught street racing last night right here along the Gandy Bridge. And police were on the lookout around 11:45 p.m. when they spotted the pair. Less than 2 weeks after street racing took the lives of a young mother and her child, two others have been arrested for racing, this time along the Gandy Bridge.
It's kind of mind-boggling that somebody would still do some street racing after that.
Steve Haggerty with the Tampa PD says since the start of 2016, his department has made 22 arrests for the crime, but they're not always easy.
Because we have to actually see them doing it, and sometimes, if somebody calls us, they're long gone before we get there.
In this case, Tampa police were on the lookout for street racers, and the St. Petersburg men fell into their trap.
And in the last few years, it's just gotten worse and worse.
Tyrone Dayhoff has worked close to the bridge at the Crab Shack for 20 years. He says that drive home across the Gandy late at night is a white-knuckled one.
Well, I grab the steering wheel really tight and I pray. Once I get across the other side, it's like a big sigh of relief. Hey, I made it. I'll call my wife. Okay, I made it. I'll be home.
As dangerous as it is, he says it's hard to believe it'll stop.
The police can actually be sitting there and I'll get on the bridge and they'll still find a way to race. They wait till they get so far across the bridge and next thing I know, they're blowing by me.
The charge, a misdemeanor. Not as serious as other charges, Haggerty says, but in a split second can become a tragedy.
In this case, no injuries, no property damage or anything like that, but we want people to get the message. It's very, very dangerous. You can't be out there street racing. We will arrest you.
Now, in addition to that misdemeanor charge each of the men are facing, Lemire was also charged with 2 counts of felony child neglect because at the time he was street racing, he had 2 children, a 4-year-old and a 1.5-year-old in the car with him. Lloyd? Haley.
Thank goodness they weren't injured for sure. Jennifer Holton reporting near the Gandy. Jennifer, thanks.
Dozens of cyclists